Hello, welcome back to BlenderSushi. Today, live nodding will cover a topic that's slightly different and a little bit more fun and experimental. I'm actually gonna try to connect animation nodes to Sonic Pi. And the theory behind it is that we're gonna be using something called Python OSC. OSC stands for Open Sound Controller, and um, it's based on Python. And so with OSC, basically you can control one program using another program, and it can be from different computer or maybe from your iPad or from your iPhone. With the OSC, you can trigger kind of values or message, and then the other program will take the message and then do something. So what we'll be doing today is not probably we're gonna be sending a message from Blender using Python and using animation nodes add-on. I've got this example that I've done earlier. It's basically I'm generating particles, and whenever the particles gets inside this mesh, it's gonna create sound, and the sound is basically controlled. The actual frequency is controlled by the position of particles, so it's sometimes lower, sometimes higher. So as you can see, it's generating sound. At this moment, I found the setup is still pretty rough, I think, but I'm gonna show you how it's all set up. Okay, so basically, in order for animation nodes to make sound, because Blender doesn't have like a built-in sound, I'm using a program called Sonic Pi. Sonic Pi is also open source. It was created by Sam Aaron in UK, I believe, and it's available on any platform like Raspberry Pi, Mac OS X, Windows, or Linux. It's built in the latest Raspberry Pi. The Sonic Pi itself allows you to. It's pretty fun language to actually to get you to start getting into programming, and you can create like your own music really quickly. So you can generate synth and sample music, and really playing around with loop and then creating sound and noise. It's really recommended. Previously, I actually tried to use another program called Chuck from Stanford. I think Chuck also able to take OSC message. However, I think Sonic Pi is a lot easier. All you need to do is just install the software. That's the first thing you need to do. And then once you have the program and you can try running it, this is how the program looks like. Sonic Pi. I actually only use it for a few days, but the idea is you can just play a note like that and then set the amp, etc. Like play 60, for example, and run it. It's gonna generate sound. If I play 75 or 88.8, it makes noise like that really easily. And if I can play like two melody at the same time, maybe 650. Somehow it didn't. I was expecting it to make two sound at the same time. Maybe it's doing it, just I can't hear it. Oh yeah, there you go. 3 different melody. 30 usually doesn't work, as 60 works. And we can do it like, we can use sleep and sleep like half second and then play different sound. And we can use all kind of synth. It's all built-in synth like beep, blade, maybe dissolve. And you can also use sample. Sample, MB choir, for example. Or what's a good one? The house, or what's the famous one? Loop Amen. Yeah, all that. Basically, that's the basics. Using synth and then sample, and you can loop it, and it's good for live coding and making music. It's really fun to play with. It's not using a language. It's not using Python. It's probably using Ruby. I don't know. I think it has its own scripting language. However, luckily, there is a Python module that's allowing us to send a message to Sonic Pi. So we're gonna be controlling Sonic Pi to make sound using Blender animation nodes add-on, because the good thing about animation nodes is that we have like a nodes and we can scrub the frequency and stuff, and we can do a lot of interesting. I don't know if it's gonna be working yet, but let's give it a try. I think it's gonna be fun. So we have Sonic Pi running, and what else do we need? In the module Python Sonic. So if you go to this page, Python Sonic, you will read the documentations, and then first I say you need to have Python 3 on your computer. Blender is using Python 3, so that should be fine. However, you need to first install this Python Sonic. So if you have Python 3 installed on your computer, on Mac or PC, it's pretty easy to install Python Sonic module. Just do the pip install and just run this, and it's gonna work in the terminal. It's gonna install it into your Python side package. And then what I did is actually just copy paste the installation from side package into Blender's own built-in side package for Python. And that way you can have the Python Sonic module. And also, not forgetting, you need to have Python OSC. This is the important module in order for it to work. Python OSC, you download it from this address, and you install it just using pip install Python OSC, like that. What else do you need? And simply copy the source. Yeah, once you got all those three, then you're ready to go. We're not going to be running the script inside Pysonic, but we need to have Pysonic, not Pysonic, the Sonic Pi needs to be running in the background, and then we can test it in Blender. So go to scripting in order to know if it's working. Let me try. From Psonic import all. Yeah, unfortunately we have to do it like that, and then play 60. See, so it's playing the piano. It's actually playing the last synth that's set over there. So I could use like a different one, like so, and play 100. and 10 or 66, play the 40, play 35. So if you manage to do that using Blender, then you're ready to go. You basically need to do this script inside animation nodes or sphere chalk. Actually, sphere chalk script node might work as well, but I haven't managed to do that, so I will be using animation nodes. So I'm gonna go to Compositing, animation nodes, and right away we're gonna use script node, file, save as. It's gonna be Pythonic 16 x. Okay, let's create a new text, and then that's where our script's gonna be. For most of the, I think most of the scripting is gonna be happening there. It's gonna be Python script. So let's see how it works and what kind of gotcha we're gonna get. At the moment, it's all in default and it's calculating as always. Let's see what's gonna happen. Go text, open the script. The first thing I did was importing the Pythonic like that. Import all just like before, but right away we have this problem. I don't know why. Maybe it's maybe there's a clashing, or animation node script node doesn't like this from Pythonic import all. So I need to do it like import Pythonic as PS, for example. And now we can do things like that. ps.play 40 and retry that. I think this is gonna make a really loud noise. Just be careful. I'll try. So it's generating this noise every click or every cycle, because it's set to always. So we need to be careful. Maybe set it to frame change for now. Only when we play back the frame it's gonna generate sound. But that's still pretty annoyingly noisy. Maybe we need another way to trigger the script. So far, the way I understand it, we can trigger node 3 by frame or by property change. Maybe property change is is also a good place to trigger our script. So let's give it a try. I'm gonna give like there's a float. This float's gonna be, I don't know, maybe just frequency. Just call it frequency, and set it to 40. And here I just tell the script to do that. Just import Pythonic, which is the module right here, Python Sonic. It's driving the Sonic Pi, right? It's playing notes 40. This program is actually running in the background. It's quite fast. It's quite interactive. If you see, as I change the value, we get the sound. So that's how it works. Let's see if I could change the amplitude. So play amp equal to just the amplitude rate. We could actually sample sound as well. Let me try it real quick. Let's comment that, and then oh yeah, this is also another thing. I don't know why it doesn't work like this. I don't know why. It should work. If I try to do it, try loop aim and then try. See, loop amen is not defined, blah blah blah. That's because we are loading the script like this. Import Pythonic as PS. So if we are doing it like before, it's in Python console, and let's see, from Pythonic import all, and then play test it, play 100. So it's working. We can change the sound to piano, play 77 note. Yep, it's working. We should be able to just loop aim in that. You know, it should work like that. We can use others like ambience, lunar land, lunar land, kind of sound. If we have the Sonic Pi program open, we can find a lot here. Maybe ambient piano will work. Ambient piano. Yeah, it sounds quite nice. But of course, I don't want to run it from the command there. I want to do it from the node. Yeah, I don't know why it doesn't work, but you could actually use it like this. Use a string input, and then try MB piano, and then here we're gonna use string, plug in there, MB piano. And here, instead of that's gonna be the sample. Let's copy sample. See, that actually works, which is really strange. I don't know if we can use the sleep 0.5 or 2.1.0 sleep time. Oh, it's a PS sleep, sorry. Yeah, so let's save this again real quick. Now that you know, we are inside animation nodes, and then we could we have a value running, and it's all just gonna do the work for us. You know, if we use like a random number, let's do random number, and give a minimum and maximum, maybe 40 to 100, and plug this into the frequency. Probably I can turn off the sample for now. We're just gonna use the synth. Okay, it's actually working. Let's change the seed for our melody, for our key. Let's see how it works. Maybe our sleep is a bit too low. Maybe make it 0.1. Save it. You see, that's actually quite fast and interactive. That's definitely gonna work for us. Let's see if we create Suzanne, for example, and for every like click, we're gonna change the scale of Suzanne. Yeah, this is actually integer. It doesn't need to be integer. This if I use the frame for frequency, let's have a look. That's actually quite interesting as well. I haven't tried that. So it's generating, we know it's generating numbers, and let's have a look what kind of number we have. Debug, not debug loop, debug drawer, and let's have a look at data. So that's 75, next frame 43, 86, 85, 42, etc., etc. That's maybe randomize Suzanne for every frame. That's gonna be interesting. Let's grab Suzanne, and then you know what could be funny? It's a random vector. Okay, random vector, and then plug the seed number vector into the scale, and this is gonna generate some numbers for us. There you go. That's Suzanne totally flipped out. It's totally random. However, it's really fun because what's happening here is we are generating random number, and then it's calling, every time the value changes, it's triggering the sound on Sonic Pi. So it's working as planned. Probably sometimes it's not so interactive when it's slowing down. Like at the moment I'm recording as well. Maybe there is a way to make this faster. I don't know, but I think this is pretty good. It's pretty interactive. Kind of like that. The color as well we can change. Like with Suzanne, we can just give Suzanne material and turn on object color, and then object attribute output. Just plug in Suzanne, and then here the attributes we're going to change is the color. We know it already, it's that object color. And then we can use the combine color here, combine color. And with the random number, random vector there, it's a 3 value, so we can use it on this guy. So separate vector, get the random value, plug this in there, X to R GB, and the color goes in there. Now yeah, sometimes you can see Suzanne is flipping. That's because random vector gives like a minus number. I think for what we are doing it doesn't matter too much. What else we can do? See, the thing with Sonic Pi, let me turn down the volume. With Sonic Pi, we could do it. We could actually change the synth, the sound of we are playing in real time. I see with the scenes we have beat, blade, noise, chip bass, DSO, growl, G noise, FM. There are quite a number of scenes we can choose here, like the Prophet, for example, or pluck, the pluck. And I wish that we could change it just from here, but apparently also there is a little bit of issue when I try to do that. Let me try again, maybe this time it works. Let's create another string. Let's call it synth. Maybe it's just SYN. Okay, SYN. And this guy, I'm just gonna say PS use synth. that. I'm hoping that this actually works. See, the beta, it doesn't like it. I try doing it like that. Still, it's giving error. str object has no attribute name. It doesn't work like this. Unfortunately, I don't know. I try to contact the. I'm gonna talk to the developer. Maybe he can make changes, or I don't know. Maybe Jack's look can take a look at this and make modifications to script node. We will see. But the MB piano works. This MB piano and for sampling works. The use synth doesn't work inside script node. However, we can change it right here. So if I change the use synth in the command line, see, it works. I tried it before. It's actually working like this. You can change it to FM, make it a little bit slower. Here, maybe change it to Prophet. There's a lot you can do actually, not just this. I'll let the music play in the background, but that's just the basic, really basic command that's currently running in animation nodes, and that's only a single script node. Previously I showed you how you could trigger like a particle hit and then to make sound. That's actually will work, but you could do a little more like with the script itself. You can have a read here at the GitHub. So let me stop that real quick. Yeah, you can do other stuff like the sample, and then we have seen random. You can also make like your own like a ticker. But if you have like a list, let me try. Let's see if this works. Float list. Create float list. Maybe the 40, 60, 80, 70, and then we just try plug that in. When I play, so you can cycle the index, and you can control the index like that, and then you can change it using frame, and then maybe loop it or ping pong it. Ping pong, let's try ping pong. Frame, repeat frame. Oops. Well, actually, repeat list. That's correct. Repeat no. Repeat time. That's what we want. Time. We have rate here, which is nice, and then we have ping pong, which means the value, the animations will go forward and backward. And I plug that to the index. However, the index goes, it needs to loop. If I try it, no, it's not gonna work like that. So we need to loop it with the time itself. So repeat time. Actually, the rate. Let me display the value. Debug drawer. Display that. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's going. Let's keep going up. 50, and then goes back to 0. So rate can be just 4, I guess. Change to piano. Maybe make it to play a little bit faster. Yeah, so you can quickly understand a lot of notes this way, because you understand it that with this it's kind of going that way and then back, and it's kind of like looping like a ping pong. And with random you get random value, and it's triggering value. I guess that's it's a lot of fun to, and I suggest you to try it. If you have issue when with installing in Mac or in PC, you can let me know. But basically, you need to do the pip install thing using Python 3.4 or Python 3. And the way I set it up is, currently with Mac, I think it's the Python is still Python 2.7, and I'm using something called Anaconda installation. So it's I could then do something like this: source activate Python. So it's gonna load Python 3, and I can call Python 3 and then import to the Pythonic thing here, import all, and then play and control the Pythonic from Python this way. The module itself, then I just copy paste from the side package into Blender. Because sometimes it's actually stopped playing. Okay, maybe it should be 60 up. What I did next is just find a side package. If you've done a little bit of programming and importing module, you probably encounter side package thing. And then in Mac, you just basically open inside Blender app. You just right click and then show package contents, and then you go dig in and find a Python 3.5, and here there's a folder called side package. There you go, and the Pythonic module goes in there. The Python OSC module also should come like that as a folder. I have other stuff, the NumPy, MoviePy, all kind of module that you can install, and you put it into Blender like that in Mac. In PC, you just copy paste the folder, and it should work. Okay, so here you go one more time. 3D full view. This is Blender animation nodes, controlling Sonic Pi, and where's the timeline? And it's currently displaying the composition that I set up here, this list. But if you want it to be random, you know it that we just plug that in. There you go. Looks like it's really interactive. Actually, every click it's gonna play the sound, and then Sonic Pi is playing in the background like that. Depending on, I think my computer is pretty slow and it's still pretty interactive. So if your computer is pretty new, it's gonna run even faster. Okay, so yeah, hopefully this live noding is useful for you. Give it a go. If you like, you can give like in this video and then leave comments as well. And please subscribe to the channel for more video like this. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you next